It was the early morning hours of July 31st in 1715. 12 Spanish ships sailing in the Atlantic, loaded with treasure. This fleet ran into a devastating hurricane that blew 11 of the vessels against jagged reefs along Florida's east coast. These ships would spill out massive amounts of gold, silver, and jewelry, and therefore this shoreline would be named as the Treasure Coast. Amidst the jagged rocks, this coastline became a refuge for sailors battered by the storms of the Atlantic, with houses set up to provide aid and recovery. Today, the Treasure Coast continues to be a refuge in a different way. It offers a place for a getaway from the routines and struggles of life, a place where its nature, its waters, can invigorate your mind and body. Welcome as we begin a 2-video series of a section of Florida located between the Gold Coast and the Space Coast, known as the Treasure Coast. In this video, we'll begin at Jupiter Inlet, where we left off in our Palm Beach video. We then head north to Port Salerno, where we take you on a sunset cruise on the Island Princess along the St. Lucie River. Also show you the Schooner Lily and the C'est La Vie Tiki cruise. We then travel along the causeway to Stuart Beach, show the massive waves. We then go back in time at the Elliott Museum. We'll also explore other parks and beaches along Highway A1A. Then north to Jensen Beach, another large beach area with a cafe. Then it's time for some baseball, as we head to Port St. Lucie, where we take in a New York Mets spring training game at Clover Park. Catch up with the fishermen at River Park Marina. Show the massive Riverwalk Boardwalk, Tradition Square, Urban Air Adventure Park, Sailfish Splash Water Park. We then end in downtown Stuart, where you can ride the Tiki Taxi across the St. Lucie River. We will show you several waterside restaurants and a couple of great vegan eateries. Then next week we'll show Fort Pierce Inlet, Jetty Park, horse rides along the ocean, the Navy SEAL Museum, Vero Beach, and Sebastian Inlet. Well, we have 71 miles of coastline to show you. Join us as we explore the Treasure Coast. We begin with a sunrise over Stuart Beach. We'll be back here later, give the sun a chance to warm up the waters. For now, we head to Sunset Bay Marina in downtown Stuart, where there is a really good coffee shop to start your day. Gilbert's Coffee Bar. I had a sugar-free pistachio latte, which was great, as well as a gluten-free banana nut muffin. I had a video of it, but lost the footage, as that GoPro got swept away in the ocean at Stuart Beach. Sunset Bay is a huge marina, with all the facilities you need: showers, laundry, a marine store, and a restaurant the sailors return. We start our tour of the coastline at the south end of the Treasure Coast at the Loxahatchee River at the Jupiter Inlet. This separates the Gold Coast with the Treasure Coast. You might remember this area if you saw our Palm Beach video. On the south side is the Jupiter Inlet Village with boat tours, fishing charters, and a couple of good parks. You can see more of the south side of the inlet at the 22:33 mark of our West Palm Beach video. We are going to cover the north side of the inlet, where the Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse is located. You can climb to the top, which gives you a great view of the inlet. You can see where the hurricane of 1928 cracked a glass and blew out one of the lenses. There is a museum and a hiking trail to a lagoon overlook on the property. It is $12 for adults, $6 for youth 6 to 18. The lighthouse is 156 feet above sea level, although the lighthouse itself is 108 feet tall, since it sits on a 48-foot hill. This is also where the mouth of the Indian River is at. The Indian River Lagoon is a 156-mile-long waterway that goes from the Ponce Inlet north of New Smyrna Beach that we showed in our Daytona Beach video, and it extends down all the way to Jupiter Inlet. That is 1/3 of the east coast of Florida. We enter Martin County. On the west side of the highway is Jonathan Dickinson State Park. The Loxahatchee River flows through this park, which is the largest park in southeast Florida. Port Salerno is about 30 minutes north of the Jupiter Inlet and 5 miles south of downtown Stuart. It is located in the Manatee Pocket, a little offshoot from the St. Lucie River. It is here where some of the boat tours and fishing charters are located.
Hi, my name's Captain Joe with C'est La Vie Tiki Tours. One of our boats is coming in behind us now, and we offer premium tiki tours, sunset tours, sandbar tours, or some light fishing. We're conveniently located in the Shrimpers parking lot here behind us. Great place to have a dinner. And to my right here is Manatee Island Bar and Grill. Great place to listen to some live music after dinner. We'd like to welcome you to our Port Salerno, Stuart area, and hope you come and visit and have a wonderful time.
The C'est La Vie Tiki Cruise is $30 per person per hour, with a 2-hour minimum, and also a minimum of 4 people. Beer and wine is included. Also here is Stuart, Florida's sport fishing charter, aboard My Other Honey, a 45-foot tournament yacht. You can book a half-day, full-day, or custom charter of the boat. See StuartFLSportFishing.com. There's also the Jet Ride Boat Club, where you pay a membership fee and have access to wave runners and boats without dealing with the hassles of owning a boat or a wave runner. For a little cardio while enjoying the water scenery, try Treasure Coast Water Bikes, the Twisted Tuna, another waterside eatery with 3 bars and live entertainment. Another 3/10 of a mile up the Manatee Pocket is the pet-friendly Pirates Cove Marina and Resort. This is where we are going to board the Island Princess for a sunset cruise. You can enjoy a meal and drinks before or after your cruise at the Loft Restaurant and Tiki Bar with live entertainment. The Island Princess has 3 options for cruises. First, a 4.5-hour narrated Jupiter Island cruise with lunch as it cruises down the Indian River. It is $59 for adults, $40 for youth, 4 to 11. Or try a daytime 2-hour river cruise, also narrated. $37 for adults, $25 for youth. Or for $2 more, the Sunset 2-hour cruise, and that's the one that we are on. The Sunset Cruise is not narrated. It travels along the Indian and St. Lucie rivers. There is a snack bar on board. Only service dogs are allowed on this cruise. We pass St. Lucie Inlet Preserve State Park that is accessible only by boat. You see plenty of nature. On this cruise, we saw motorized hang gliders. It is morning. For a healthy breakfast, we head inland to Port St. Lucie. Just off I-75 is Tradition Square, a new, modern yet vintage-looking community with a town square. Kind of reminds me a little of Charleston, a gorgeous lakefront. There is a neighborhood green market here every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. with food, bounce houses, food trucks, and gourmet coffee. I am here, however, for a vegan eatery. 3 Natives is a fast-growing health food counter-served restaurant that started on the Treasure Coast. Now with 6 locations here and soon to be 25 locations across Florida by the end of 2022. They have bowls, smoothies, salads, and wraps. I'm having the breakfast burrito and picking up several gluten-free muffins for the road. Just delicious. Your body will love you for it too. Okay, now we are ready to head to the beach. Remember, if traveling with a dog, to pick up one of these Cargo Dog backpacks. So convenient. I put a link in the description below.
These beach sweetened brownies are good.
There's a 3 Natives in Stuart closer to the beach, near the Sailfish Water Park that we'll show at the end of the video. On the Stuart Causeway, we first crossed the St. Lucie River to Swallows Point Park, located at the south side of the causeway on the Indian River Lagoon. Why is it called a lagoon? Thanks for asking. It is because the water is moved more by the wind than by the tide and does not flow from the headwaters to the mouth like a river. More park space on the western side of the lagoon. Near the east shore of the Indian River Lagoon, a little strip of park space is Stuart Causeway Park, with picnic pavilions on the north side and a boat ramp on the south side. This is a good spot for windsurfing, as you often find a decent amount of wind. Today, not so much wind. Surfers struggling a little bit to get a good ride. A little further down the causeway, on the east shores of the lagoon, is Causeway Beach, a good place for a kayak launch. The Marriott Hutchinson Island Resort here, with a golf and tennis country club across the street. In the distance is Stuart Beach. We will show in a bit, but we are going to head to the south part of the island, to the St. Lucie Inlet, and then work our way back north. On the south side of the inlet is St. Lucie Inlet Preserve that we showed on the boat tour. The south tip of the island is all a residential gated community, with the Sailfish Point Golf and Country Club. Bathtub Reef Beach is the farthest south the general public can go on the island. This beach gets its name from the natural reef that at low tide creates a calm pool of water protected from the waves, perfect for little swimmers. You'll also see a lot of sea creatures, including endangered sea turtles, making it a great place for snorkeling. This beach is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. A mile north of Bathtub Reef Beach is Gilbert's Bar, but before you get too excited, there's no alcohol here. This is not a drinking bar, but a museum. As we mentioned in the opening, the Treasure Coast had 10 houses of refuge, life-saving stations to provide aid and recovery for those who fell victim to Florida's treacherous reefs and shoals. It's typically open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., but check first because on this day it was closed due to construction. But even so, still a good place to come to see the jagged rocky coastline, something which you don't see too much in Florida. A quarter of a mile north of the House of Refuge, on the other side of the road, is Clifton Perry Beach, where there is a long boardwalk through a mangrove habitat. It extends out to a long fishing pier on the lagoon. A mile and a half north of Clifton Perry Beach, we arrive back at Stuart Beach. This is a great beach for surfing, windsurfing, snorkeling, and swimming, with lifeguards on duty. There is a large parking lot. A big plus about the beaches on the Treasure Coast is parking is free, with the exception of the state parks. There are basketball and volleyball courts here. Also the Seaside Cafe with breakfast, lunch, and bar bites on an outdoor deck. Open 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Be careful of rip currents here. I found out the hard way, as the ocean waves swept away my GoPro. However, I was impressed though with the people here. Had about 10 people that helped me look for the GoPro for about 20 minutes. Really nice of them, but to no avail. I went to the truck and got another GoPro, started filming again. It was fun getting wet. Also here is the Elliott Museum with history and rotating exhibits of vintage cars, artwork, and an antique room, and General Americana. It's nice in the hot summers to have a place to spend an hour or so indoors. Provides a nice place to cool off for a little bit. As impressive as the cars is how you can view the cars. You tell this gentleman what you want to see from a list of vintage cars, and he pushes a few buttons, and watch hydraulic lifts go into action. Pick up that car, bring it down to you, and up to the window. Then it does a little turn on a turntable. Some of the vehicles you're allowed to go inside. At the front of the museum is a Foucault pendulum. It is $16 for adults, children 6 through 12 is $8. Admission is free for U.S. military. You can also purchase combo tickets that include the Gilbert's Bar House of Refuge. Across the street from the museum is the Florida Oceanographic Coastal Center, open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Wednesday through Sunday. There are a few smaller beaches between Stuart Beach and Jensen Beach, like Beach Walk Pasley, where as well as the beach there is Hutchinson Island Coastal Trail, where you can hike through a coastal strand hammock and mangrove habitat. About 4.5 miles north of Stuart Beach is Jensen Beach, where the pet-friendly Hutchinson Shores Resort and Spa is located at. Located at the end of the Jensen Beach Causeway is Jensen Beach Park. This is the closest beach to Port St. Lucie. The sand here is a bit coarse, not as soft as Stuart Beach. It is a good place for shelling, and therefore maybe not the best for walking barefoot. There's another good counter-serve eatery here, the Sand Dune Cafe, a quality breakfast with omelets, Belgian waffles, bagels, muffins, coffee, as well as lunch. I put a link for the menu. Chair and umbrella rentals available. 2 chairs and an umbrella, $17 per hour or $44 for the day. This beach has modern, well-maintained restrooms and facilities. We'll head north up the coast to Fort Pierce in next week's video. But for now, we have a baseball game to catch, so let's head inland along the Jensen Beach Causeway. Like the Stuart Beach Causeway, this causeway also has a kayak launch on the north side of the highway, east side of the lagoon. Also a little park area with a fishing pier under the bridge. On the other side of the Watcha Bridge is Jensen Beach Causeway Park with boat ramps and docks, picnic pavilions. Also fishing piers both underneath the bridge and one that extends out into the lagoon. 30 minutes northwest of Jensen Beach is Clover Park, spring home of the New York Mets. This is a beautiful ballpark. While spring training is only for 6 weeks in the spring, you can see the St. Lucie Mets play from May through September. We are going to what is called The Hill, a grassy area in right field, a good place to catch home runs. Since this is a New York team, we have to have some pizza. Arrived just in time to watch Francisco Lindor hit a home run. Mets are expected to do well this year, some picking them to win the East. There's a many mulligans along the first base line. We'll check out the restaurant tonight in downtown Stuart. Along the third base line, the Budweiser Terrace, where we find Becky and Sean, Cardinals fans, visiting from Maryland.
What do you think of the Treasure Coast?
Oh, we love it. We love anywhere in Florida on the beach.
That's where we're retiring.
In left field, the Jim Beam Bourbon Bar. A good day for Mets fans as they would go on to win. Five miles east of Clover Park is River Park Marina, a nice island park on the St. Lucie River with boat ramp, trails, picnic pavilions, grills, and a playground. It is here we find David, who has recently returned to Port St. Lucie from Georgia.
I come down here every summer. Now I'm back.
And what kind of fish do you find here?
You catch a lot of flounder, redfish, trout, more of inshore game fish.
Okay.
A lot of inshore.
The St. Lucie River also great for kayaking. You can board River Lily cruises here with Jungo Eco Tours on the North Fork of the St. Lucie River Aquatic Preserve. We go 5 miles downstream to the Riverwalk Boardwalk. This is a series of long, 10 feet wide boardwalks along the river and a couple of paths that lead through hundreds of feet of wooded mangroves. On the other side of Port St. Lucie Boulevard is Boardwalk at the Port, which opened in 2020. It goes from Bridge Plaza to Riverfront Park. Currently being constructed is a link under Port St. Lucie Boulevard to connect the two large boardwalks. Our last place of interest in Port St. Lucie. For a fun adventure indoors, a little break from the Florida heat, try Urban Air Adventure Park. A large-scale trampoline center with go-karts, ropes course, laser tag, indoor playground, climbing walls, and more. A cafe, fun for all ages. Hey, we used to do that in the Marine Corps, oorah. Passes range from $23 to $39. Now back in Stuart, Sailfish Water Park with towering water slides, water playgrounds, and a lazy river. An aquatic center for competitive swimmers. A day pass is $17.45 for adults or $15.45 children 12 and under and seniors. There's also a Three Natives Cafe near here as well. But we are going to check out another popular vegan restaurant in downtown Stuart, Fruits and Roots, a little outdoor street side patio. This is a highly reviewed locals favorite with wraps, sandwiches, gluten-free options, juices, and smoothies. I call it a fountain of youth. I'm having the South Pacific smoothie with pineapple, mango, orange, banana, and chia garnered with coconut. I added kale, which is why it's green. You will find a lot of roundabouts in Stuart. Whoever designed the city must have been from Boston. The majority of things to see in Stuart are on the south side of the river, but we want to quickly show you a little bit of the north side of the river. The Roosevelt Bridge, along with the old Railroad Bridge and the old Roosevelt Bridge, connect the North River shores with downtown Stuart. You can also take the Tiki Taxi across the St. Lucie River as well, for only $10 a day. It operates from Thursday through Sunday and goes from the Tide House restaurant on the north side, leaving every half hour, to the Mulligan's restaurant on the south side, leaving on the hour. There's also a Tiki Taxi in Jupiter, and one coming in the summer of 2022 to Boynton Beach. The Tide House restaurant is on the second floor and overlooks the Harborage Marina. We head back over the Roosevelt Bridge for another couple of options to see Stuart and the St. Lucie River from the water. Shepherd Park in downtown is a waterfront green space with a boat launch and dock offering fishing, walking along a boardwalk. It is here you can take a cruise on a pontoon boat with Treasure Coast River Cruises. A 90-minute sunset charter is $199, or a 2-hour daytime charter $239. For a non-motorized nautical experience, try the historic wooden schooner Lily with Treasure Coast Sailing Adventures. It sails out on the serene waters of Martin County, viewing pelicans, ospreys, eagles, and dolphins. A 90-minute to 2-hour cruise is $40 for adults, $25 for children 12 and under. For a sunset cruise, add $5.